there.
I know. Yeah, nice try, husband. Gotta work.
Husband resignations aside, it seems that one of the oldest marriage traditions is still going strong.
Yeah, Chris Holmstrom joins us from the social desk with the details. Hey.
Hey, good morning. All right, so nearly 80% of brides in the U.S. are still choosing to take their husband's last name after marriage. According to a new Pew Research survey, women of all ages, socioeconomic, and educational groups made the switch, but some groups were more likely than others to keep their own names. That includes younger wives, Hispanic women, those with a graduate education, or more liberal views. And the top reasons why the majority of women choose to make the change: sticking to the tradition, also wanting their family to all share the same last name. I know a lot of people who have kept their name and some who change it. What do you guys think about this?
I also know people who have gotten divorced and then keep the name even after they've been divorced because they say they want the same name as their kid. But it seems interesting for the new wife, who marries them, and then they all have the same name.
Yeah, definitely.
To each their own, you know?
I know a lot of people in the news business who keep their same maiden name for TV, and then they have their married name, the new married name, outside. So
Exactly. Yeah, I understand wanting to have your kids have the same last name as you. It kind of simplifies things for some people. So.
Yeah, I agree. All right, any plans to go to Italy this summer or this fall?
No,
all right, well,
unfortunately not.
Well, tourists that are hoping to catch a quick glimpse of the famous canals in Venice, Italy, will soon have to pay the city for their time. The destination is set to start charging day visitors around $5 per person. That'll apply to anyone over 14 years old who is not staying in a local hotel. The program will start as a trial during spring holidays and summer weekends in 2024. It is an effort to keep the city from getting too crowded. We know how busy it gets. This is one of the latest measures to combat over-tourism in Europe. And just this week, officials in Athens, Greece, started capping how many people go visit the Acropolis each day. My biggest question is, how do you enforce this? How do you make sure people pay? Is there an entrance to the city?
Exactly. Yeah, I was wondering about that as well. I mean, I understand the desire to do this, but yeah, in practice, I don't know how that will work out.
Yeah, but there is something needs to be done because the overcrowding is just crazy in Europe right now. After the pandemic, everyone going there, and we're seeing some of these places kind of be defiled, and it's just out of control. So they need to do something.
So many people traveling, that's for sure, especially after the pandemic. Okay, are you one of those people who lives by the saying, the camera eats first? Well, if so, Yelp, they've got the perfect gig for you. The review site is looking for its first ever official food photographer. Yeah, some of the sought after qualities are being able to capture a perfect cheese pool, like we just saw right there, or, even a well-timed Cheers boomerang. According to the posting, whoever's hired will have to visit 4 restaurants in 2 months and capture content for the brand's social media accounts. Yelp will give the chosen applicant $10,000 to fund the outings. I mean, that sounds like a pretty amazing gig.
That sounds like an amazing gig. Yeah. I would be terrible at it, though, because as soon as the food is in front of me, I start eating. And then it's halfway through, I'm like, oh, maybe I should have taken a picture of that.
I used to take pictures of my food, and I was looking yesterday, because we had a story similar to this yesterday on my photos. Search food, all my pictures look awful. But in my head, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that looks good.
Yeah, well, as long as it evokes those delicious memories, right?
Yeah, it made me hungry for menu, though, so I had menu there last night.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for you. So $10,000 if you're a good picture taker.
If you're better at taking food photos than Chris.
Yeah.
CBS News Los Angeles, your local news, streaming wherever, whenever.